Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to your daily deep dive into the absolute latest happening at Manchester United. Now, I have to say, I'm feeling a level of optimism right now that has been sorely missing around this football club for years, and it's all down to what we're hearing about the new evolved transfer plan that is being put into motion. These are not the transfer plans of old, where we were linked with every available player on the planet only to end up with a high-profile signing who didn't quite fit the long-term vision. The information coming from reliable sources, especially those with close connections to the academy and senior figures, suggests that the club is now thinking smarter, moving more decisively. And targeting the right kind of player, players who are not just stopgaps, but foundation builders for a squad that can genuinely challenge for titles. Maybe as soon as next season. We're talking about a dream list of realistic, world-class potential, and the fact that United are actually chasing these names and putting in the groundwork is why every single one of you should be excited about what is coming next. Let's dive straight into the heart of the matter, which is the rumoured shortlist for the midfield and defence, a list that includes Elliot Anderson, Balaba Wharton, Mark Gay and Anton Semerno, with the addition of Joel Gomez as a potentially immediate January option. This list is a revelation because it signals a fundamental change in philosophy, a reaction to the painful transfer misses of the past. As sources confirm, there is a strong internal belief among senior figures that Manchester United simply cannot afford to miss out on the best young British talent again. A belief forged in the disappointment of watching players like Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham slip through the club's grasp, only to thrive elsewhere. Anderson, Wharton and Gay are now viewed through this lens. They are the next generation of potential generational English talent, and United is preparing to deploy all its resources to make sure they end up in the red side of Manchester, no matter the cost or competition. This is a commitment to a sustainable, high-ceiling future, and it is music to the ears of any fan who has watched our midfield look disjointed and our defence appear brittle for too long. Let's start our deep dive with Elliot Anderson, who is reportedly the primary, most coveted midfield target. The player United is willing to go all in for. Anderson represents everything the club needs. He is dynamic, technically gifted, understands the rhythm of the Premier League, and has the potential to become a truly elite box-to-box midfielder. Providing the kind of athleticism and technical carrying ability we've lacked since the prime years of other United legends. The decision to prioritise Anderson is a tactical masterstroke because it addresses the need for long-term consistency in the engine room. While the original transfer plan might have involved a choice between Anderson, Wharton or Balaba, the current trajectory suggests United is determined to secure at least two of these high-potential midfielders, with Anderson being the non-negotiable cornerstone. This proactive approach, getting ahead of the curve and committing to a talent before his value explodes further, shows a maturity in recruitment that has been absent. The club understands that signing a player like Anderson is not just about filling a spot. It is about setting the standard for the kind of aggressive, forward-thinking player that should define the new era. And the comparisons to Rice and Bellingham are being made precisely because the club knows Lobotek. They cannot allow this opportunity to pass them by again. The defensive stability is just as critical, and that brings us to Mark Gay. The situation surrounding Gay is perhaps the most precarious, with sources suggesting that Liverpool is currently the clear favourite to secure his signature. A scenario that is understandably frustrating for United supporters. However, the interest from Old Trafford remains strong, and the fact that United are watching the developments around his contract situation with intense interest shows a clear recognition of the problem they need to solve. Gay is a high-level ball-playing centre-back whose composure and leadership would immediately stabilise a backline often prone to lapses in concentration. He possesses the physicality and pace required for the modern game, making him a perfect partner for the existing options and providing a much-needed injection of youth and consistency. While the pursuit of Gay may be a battle lost to a rival, the underlying message is the most important takeaway. United are targeting the right profile. They are looking for top-tier central defenders, especially with the current contract situations of existing players like Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof, whose futures remain uncertain or whose demands might exceed the club's valuation. So go the club's valuation. If Gay proves unattainable, the search for a similar profile, young, Premier League proven, and world-class potential, will continue because the necessity for a new centre-back, especially if the team is competing in Europe, is undeniable. The transfer window is never simple, and while the focus is on the long-term summer targets, the immediate needs of January cannot be ignored, especially with key players leaving for AFCON. This is where the more low-cost or perhaps contingency options like João Gomez and the potential availability of Anton Semino come into sharp focus. Gomez, currently at Wolves, is reportedly one of the names being eyed for a potential winter move. While he may not possess the headline-grabbing potential of an Anderson or Wharton, he is a robust, reliable and aggressive midfielder who could provide immediate depth and quality. Allowing the club to tide over the mid-season absences without compromising their long-term budget for the summer acquisitions. This pragmatic thinking demonstrates an understanding of squad management, securing a valuable, immediate contributor without sacrificing the primary targets. Then there is Anton Semino, whose situation is fascinating. United have previously made a bid, and while the player may have been hesitant regarding the wage package or the overall project at that specific time, the door remains open. Semino, with his versatility, capable of playing as a number 10 or even as a wing-back, would be a high-impact January signing, especially given his rumoured £65 million release clause, which is set to slightly decrease in the summer. If Semino were to become available in the winter, United is prepared to move quickly, making him a crucial piece of the immediate and future puzzle, despite strong interest from rivals like Liverpool and Arsenal. The very fact that United's hierarchy has stated they will move for the right player in January, even if they initially preferred a quiet window, speaks volumes about the decisiveness that is finally returning to the club's transfer operations. Beyond the big-name signings, the importance of the academy cannot be overstated, and the link between the new transfer plan and the integration of youth is crucial for long-term success. The excitement surrounding Shaughnessy is palpable. He has been identified as a clear frontrunner to make his first team debut and is impressing the coaching staff significantly in training, even pushing for a place on the bench already. With key players departing for international duty, the upcoming period is a massive opportunity for Lacey. His development and the readiness of other academy talents like Dorgu are evidence that the club is building a pipeline, ensuring that the expensive external signings have a sustainable domestic foundation beneath them. Dorgu, in particular, has been putting in phenomenal performances during the international break, registering impressive statistics with multiple tackles, clearances, and chances created. While he is still raw and occasionally inconsistent, his natural ability and attacking instincts at left wing-back are evident, and the argument that he should be the starting option, even over more established players, is gaining traction among analysts. He offers the kind of positive, forward-thinking play that is often missing when two traditional fullbacks are deployed as wing-backs. Dorgu and Lacey are the future, and their potential readiness to contribute now means the transfer budget can be allocated to truly world-class talents rather than just squad fillers, which is a massive strategic advantage. In summary, the rumoured dream window of securing two top-tier midfielders like Anderson and Balaba Wharton, adding a quality centre-back like Gay, and potentially locking down a versatile attacker like Semino. And it's not just a fantasy. It is a realistic blueprint being actively pursued by Manchester United. This level of coordinated, targeted ambition has the power to transform the squad instantly. Imagine an Anderson and Wharton pairing in the midfield, bringing energy, youth and technical excellence to the centre of the park. Imagine a stabilised defence, anchored by Gay. While it may be optimistic to expect all these signings in one go, the shift in focus to target high potential, proven young British talent and move decisively is the real game changer. This plan isn't about incremental improvement. It is about building a spine capable of mounting a serious title challenge. Maybe I am too positive. Maybe I am allowing myself to dream a little too much. But when the club is actively chasing the exact players that fans identify as crucial pieces, it's hard not to believe that the glory days are finally within reach. This is the change we have waited for, and the execution of this transfer strategy will be the defining factor in the club's fortunes for the next few seasons. It is time to secure these targets, cement the new philosophy, and restore Manchester United to the very top echelon of European football. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you all next time.